How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're essentially going to be going over the current status of the market, as well as one big thing that I think is very important to talk about that no one really is, in terms of like how to protect yourself mentally, financially, and everything above, in terms of just the crypto market in general, but like especially times like this, when we have a lot of negative things happening, and a lot of fear within the markets, etc. So it's not so much, I guess, a crypto market update, more so the fact that we're in a state of people think the top's in. Some people are still optimistic, but a lot of people think the top's in. And my thoughts on this is, my initial plan was spring of 2025 due to a bunch of different reasons, and I still have that same conviction. So I'm using this opportunity and I guess I'll explain it. So let's get into it. So for example, let's say that you were convicted to exit the market around spring of 2025, or you were convicted to exit the market around the end of 2025, whatever it is. You did the research, you came up with a time that you feel would be right for you to exit the market. Or let's say you had profit targets for projects that you're in. One of the biggest things with that is the fact that when you have moments like this, when people say, oh, the top's in, oh, this is and that, will end up happening a lot of the times is those convictions will be thrown out of the window. So if you knew there's big macroeconomic events that are coming into play and a bunch of other factors that cause you to look at spring and say, okay, that's the time where I plan to be fully out, like late May or whatever. Well, it's February right now, and if just the overall community sentiment is very bearish, I don't understand why you would be so keen to freak out and exit the markets yourself. Now, again, in times like this is a perfect example of why it's so important to hold your own convictions and not blindly follow anyone else's. And in times like this is why you also invest a certain amount that you feel comfortable with, as well as taking profits. If you would have been, from the start of this cycle, which I'd say is January 2024, from there till now, if you would have been into projects and if you would have taken out initials plus profits on things, rotated your money into different narratives, kept adding on to your projects, then you would already be very profitable throughout this entire cycle. But this is more for those of you who joined late and who have maybe bought in at very high prices. I can't say that's your fault, but you have to understand that like you've joined at a time in the markets where, and maybe you just have been buying more like I have during these times for like those high conviction projects, but you've been buying more for those times that just, it doesn't seem to be maybe the best, right? But that's just how you approach your convictions. You never know what the market's going to do. Either it's going to do very well or very poorly. So there's really, clear answer of what to expect from that. So I understand the confusion there, but I'd say just the most important thing right now to just keep in mind is the fact that whatever your projects are that you're in, as long as you've done research into these projects and logically I've been like, okay, these projects look really good, like I'm glad to be a part of these, and I see all of these projects doing very well. As long as you've done the research yourself and it checks out all certain boxes, if your outlook, and I'm basing this off mine, this isn't financial advice, if your outlook's to exit in spring, well, exit in spring then. Plan to still exit in spring and treat these dips as just more buying opportunities for those projects you're convicted in. If spring comes around and things are still looking dead and potentially even way worse, I'll probably be out of the markets and just accept my loss and move on. That's just what you're supposed to do. But when you're sitting there dwelling on the markets and on the charts 24 hours a day, you're losing sleep over this. You're way too overexposed within the markets. So the moral of this video is to not be overexposed within the markets, I guess, because it will play with your emotions and it'll make you lose money in the markets. I myself made some emotional trades where I was probably lost $5,000-$10,000, and so And so from that, essentially, I was able to learn a lot of lessons that really just dealt with me keeping my composure, sticking to my convictions, and playing this game logically. But again, for those of you who have maybe overexposed yourself, who are losing sleep over this, you guys have to understand that at the end of the day, there are going to be so many more opportunities within this crypto space for the next year, for the next couple of years. Like, there's going to be so many more opportunities that you have to make a very significant amount of money within this space that, and this is something I'm telling myself as well, that there's no reason to worry right now. There's no reason to worry. And you can only move on. And again, this is why I'm saying, like, some people have pulled everything out of their savings that actually need it. Like adults, in terms of like 30s, 40s, will pull everything out of their savings and put it into crypto, and then all of a sudden it goes to zero, right? Or it doesn't go how they planned it to. And then they're playing with their emotions at that time, and it really wrecks them mentally. They start to just really not feel well. And I mean, I went to the beach today and I felt so much better from than just staring at the charts like I was planning to do. So going to the beach was something that helped me. And yeah, just guys, get some rest. Understand their space has so many opportunities laying out for you. You just have to put the time in and you'll see things through. But I'm confident that we'll see the markets do well. Maybe not this year. And again, I'm still bullish on this year, but in the event that it's not, in the next couple of years, we're going to have so many more opportunities to capitalize off of. So I want you guys to have the most success within this space because I love crypto so much and I see so much negativity within it that I want this channel specifically, but also just the community in general, to be more positive. So my only goal with you guys, or for this channel, is to spread positivity and value. So as long as I can do both those things, that's all I care about. So just, guys, understand that there's gonna be so many more opportunities, and to just take a step back and just chill out, guys. Go to the beach, hang out with your friends, do something fun, and just chill. Time will come. The more work you put in, the more opportunities will come across your table, and the smarter you'll get in the markets. So if for some reason you haven't had that much success, that success will start to materialize the more time you put into this whole journey we have, in this whole, whatever you want to call it, called crypto. Okay, guys, so that's it for me today. I hope you guys took something from this, and I'll see you guys later.